4:45 a.m. in the morning. We're here pretty fucking early. The gym. Let's do this. Alrighty guys, just finished the back squats. So it was a 5RM, and so we only had one attempt at the 5RM, and then from there we built up. So we dropped down weight 90%, and we did 3 sets of 5 at that 90%. So it's pretty challenging to say the least. And one thing that I thought was really shitty was that, so last week I did the same 5RM and I got 160, whereas this week I got 162.5. Yay for me, PB, all that kind of stuff. And the sets of the back squat at 9% was exactly the same weight. So last week it was supposed to be 148 for the 3 sets of 5, but I rounded to 150, and then this week, because I got the extra 2.5, it was actually 150. Still, both weeks that 9% sucked, massive penis, and yeah, did not enjoy it at all. But anyway, so that was that. We'll probably go back in a moment just to bang out some more accessories. I'm just going for a bit of a walk now because my legs are fucking tight as. And I just want to talk about something, I guess a bit more important, a bit more serious, and it's mainly about mentality. Now, when you watch a lot of top CrossFit athletes, they come across with this insane mentality, as in like, you know, I want to win, all I do is win, and only very rarely you see the emotional side of them. When you watch their Instagram videos and their Facebook videos, and things like that, you generally only ever see them talk about having a positive mindset and all that kind of stuff. And you never really hear about them having, you know, a negative mindset, which is good. You know, you don't want to hang around someone who has a negative mindset. But what I'm trying to say is, like, there's going to be a time where, you know, when you're training, where you're going to doubt yourself, where you're going to put yourself down, where you're going to realize that, you know, today is not a great day, you know. And from personal experience for myself, one thing is I probably don't push myself as hard as I could, and that's just being honest. Like, it will get to a time where maybe it was the back squat today, and for example, last week on the fucking wildlife last week on the 5RM, I built up to a 150. And the only reason I went any heavier than that was because Evan told me to. He said, you know, no, fuck off, don't go 150, do 160. He's like, I want you to get 160. And just because he said that was the only reason why I attempted a 160. I got it, so I can do it. But in my head, I told myself that, no, you're not good enough to do that. 150 is going to be heavy enough. Ooh, 150 is feeling uncomfortable. Let's just stop there. And that's the kind of push that I needed to get to that next level. Just someone telling me, hey, you can do this. You know, that reassurance. And it might be something different from you. You know, I don't know. Like, what I'm trying to say is that you're always going to have that time in your training, in your diet, in your anything you do with fitness and health, that you're going to put yourself down. You're going to be like, hey, I'm not doing as great as I could be. Or you might see someone else who's doing better or making better improvements. And at the end of the day, it's just a consistency game. The point is just if you keep at it long enough, you're going to get better. And mindset just drops in and out. So yeah, what I would try and say is, like, you know, when you do feel negative, when you do feel down, when you have those days that you just do shit, like they're not write-off days. My philosophy is a 50% effort is better than a 0% effort. So just showing up is going to be outdoing anyone who hasn't shown up yet. So yeah, something to think about. We all have those bad days, and when you look at those top games athletes, like, they have that 1% mindset where, you know, they want to win. If you're not one of those games athletes, then you've got a long way to go to get that mindset to that point. So all I'm saying from you guys is just keep at it, always keeping that positive mindset, and don't surround yourself with those just negative people that bring you down. Anyway, let's get into the accessories. Alright, accessories time. We've got 3 sets of 20 reverse flies and 15 overhead sit-ups with a 20 kilo plate. Should be fun. Look at my hair flail. Let's about I guess the importance of stretching and mobility. How, I guess, mobility and stretching post and pre-workout play such a key role in training. Now, the more mobile and the more flexible we are, the easier everything will be. You know what I mean? So when it comes to things like the snatch, the back squat, the push jerk, all those kind of movements, to some degree they require a particular type of mobility. Now, whether you have natural mobility or not, it's always great to make sure that you are, I guess, in the best shape possible. Now, also being very tight and immobile is the word I'm going to use for it, lead to other problems like injury when it comes to things like the snatch and the squat. If we can't squat low enough, or we have to force ourselves to stop, you start putting pressure on other different areas of our body, like our groin, our knees, and our rotator cuffs. And at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is just, it's such a key thing to stretch and mobilize after a workout. And I know it's an effort. I know it's like 20 minutes of rolling out and stretching. It's not very fun, but you know, it's like the thing that is like vegetables is the same thing as like stretching. Is, you know, it's good for you, but you just don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, you know it's good. Everyone knows that stretching and mobilizing and cooling down and that kind of thing is going to benefit them, but it's just putting in the effort in to do it, which is actually the hard part. My little key thing for today is just make sure we mobilize and stretch either pre or post workout, and try and do it at least after every session of the week. If we do tend to miss it because we're in a bit of a rush or there's work coming up or something goes on, that's okay. Just try and do your best to do it at home. Just a bit about me quickly. I know I haven't really mentioned much about myself. If you haven't seen my older videos, I don't really mention my name at all in any of my videos. I actually realized that I was watching it through the other day. So firstly, my name is Ty, or Tyler is my full name. Tyler, can't even say my proper name right. I live in Australia, if you haven't really noticed that already. G'day mate. Pretty vulgar, I know I do swear quite a lot, and I apologise for anyone who doesn't like swearing, but at the same time, if you're watching my content, you obviously don't give a fuck, so yeah. And you know I'm a mad cunt anyway, so why do I do YouTube? Well, why I do YouTube? It's always actually been more of a passion of mine, not to create videos, just to, I guess, share what I do and just a bit about me. And I've always thought I was funny, but then again, I guess anyone thinks they're funny, and when you think you're funny, you're probably not funny. So you can be the judge of that. But I just enjoy talking and being myself and all that kind of yaz and jazz. So yeah, I've actually tried a YouTube channel many times. This is probably my third attempt, and this is the best I've ever done. Moving on, and yeah, so I've stuck to it. This will be our 11th video, which will be coming up soon. And I wanted to say something. Apologize on my last vlog. I was supposed to put the calories in at the bottom for my meals, and I didn't. So yeah, that was my fault. What a fucking dickhead. One fucking job, Ty. Can't even do the job right. And finally, my last bit about me that I'll give is, how long have you been doing CrossFit and why do you continue to do CrossFit? So this will be my 6th or 7th year of CrossFit. 6th, it'll be my 6th. I started October 23rd, 2013. Don't ask how I remember the day. And I guess, why do I keep still doing CrossFit? For me, it seems to provide me with the most results. I've done bodybuilding, I've done football, I've done powerlifting, and not that none of them worked for me, but I just didn't enjoy them as much as I enjoy CrossFit. I guess the big thing is I'm a big talker. I yap all the time, as you've probably noticed watching this part of the vlog. If you're still watching at this point, all I do is ramble. And like Jess always says, is that when I'm telling someone a story, I'm telling 6 different stories before I actually get to the main one, which ironically is what I'm doing right now, is just rambling. But anyway, so yeah, I enjoy chatting. People who tend to do CrossFit enjoy chatting too, and I end up spending most of my life in the gym because I'm getting to an endless conversation with different people and members and that kind of thing. Yeah, and it's just been a passion of mine. I love competing, I love sport, and it was a great way to do a sport that would benefit me, that I could do semi-professionally without a lot of effort, I guess, because it's very easy to compete in CrossFit, doing comps and all that kind of stuff, and also without getting hurt by anything in particular, like, you know, another person trying to take you out in footy, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's just a bit about me. That's going to wrap up our video today, guys. So very short one. We didn't go for a full day. We'll actually have another vlog coming up really soon. My next idea, hopefully it pans out, but I'm going to jump in with the ladies that I program for. They're going to run a bit about themselves. Hopefully I can get them in on it. Otherwise, that's all from me. Hopefully enjoy your day, and the next video should be out hopefully next week, so stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already, and peace.
Sipping codeine in the nosebleeds, cause nobody around know me, I'm so low-key. She say that she missed the old me, cause she lonely, but it ain't my fault.